Miranda Kerr's yoga teacher can now be yours, right in the comfort of your own home. Charlotte Dodson is an internationally renowned yoga instructor who has taken the world by storm, teaching A-list clients such as actors, models, and even royalty. You can start your yoga journey no matter your age, experience, or fitness level. If you want to improve your flexibility, strength, and mobility, and want to create more calm, focus, and confidence in your life, Charlotte Dodson Yoga is the perfect place to start. Practice in your own time with this beginner's DVD exclusive to Openshop. You'll feel like you're in your own private class with Charlotte, receiving her expert guidance, tips, and inspiration from 18 years in the industry. You really will be learning from the best of the best. Embrace life and gift your mind, body, and spirit with Charlotte Dodson Yoga.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to Openshop. My name is Carla and I am in my happy place. You know how much I love yoga. Well, I am so thrilled to be bringing you today a DVD from one of the world's most highly recognized yoga instructors. Charlotte Dodson, she instructs Miranda Kerr, royalty, Jared Butler, Orlando Bloom, Stephanie Rice. In fact, she doesn't do full classes anymore, only one-on-ones. And guess what? You can have a one-on-one simply by picking up her DVD today. We have the Beginner Introduction DVD by Charlotte Dodson. It's $39.95 and guess what? Exclusive to us here at Openshop. And what it's going to give you is 60 minutes of an introduction to yoga. A class that's going to take you through simple, easy and comfortable poses that it's going to help you with your mobility, with your flexibility, with your strength, with your tone, with your wellness, your overall holistic wellness. And this is why I practice yoga. I don't do it as often as I'd like to. I would like to do it every day because of how it makes me feel and how it makes my body feel. You can do it once a week if you want. You can do it every day. You are going to own the DVD. You're going to have Charlotte in your room, in your lounge room, in your home, instructing you. You can pause it, stop it, fast forward it, rewind it, whatever you want to get it right. But it's going to give you the ability to welcome in a yoga practice into your life that maybe you haven't done before for whatever reason. You don't have time. You're nervous about going to a class. You're embarrassed to go to a class. You feel a little bit intimidated. You don't have to be that way with the DVD because you can do it in the privacy of your own home. There it is, 300-971, $39.95. Make sure you pick it up today using your Afterpay payments, just $9.99. $13.25.80 is the number to call, or hop onto our website, openshop.com.au, and you can click and have it delivered to you for free. We don't charge anything for delivery. But let's meet the lady herself, Charlotte Dodson. Welcome to Openshop.
Thank you, Carla. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. We also have Zach here joining us, who loves yoga.
Hey, everyone.
And we've got our gorgeous models as well, Sue and Britta. Sue has been doing yoga before, but Britta is a newbie, so we're going to be all practicing together for the first time. But let's first talk about your training and your history, your journey thus far in yoga.
Yes, so I've studied and practiced for over 18 years.
Wow.
In London, India, New York and Sydney, and I actually finished a 3-year international advanced diploma of yoga teaching at Nature Care. So
That's
it's a long
extensive.
course. Yes.
But keeping in mind that some yoga courses can be as little as 3 months. This lady has spent 3 years getting an advanced diploma. So this is why the celebrities, the models, the people who really want the best instruction come to you.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm always traveling and staying on top and abreast of the latest trends and what's going on in the yoga world.
So tell me about the evolution of yoga in your eyes, because you've followed it for 18 years. You've obviously been highly involved in the industry. I've seen yoga become so much more popular in the last 5 years. Why do you think that is?
Absolutely, because people are realizing saying, it's a lifestyle. So not only are you working your body physically, but it also helps mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well, which is about believing in yourself and having a positive outlook in your life.
Well, those are some of the poses that I'm going to do for you in this next hour. Not because they are hard, but we are going to be doing the introductory snippets of the introductory
Yes.
DVD. And what I love about my practice is being in the moment, is setting myself up for a week mindfully. Challenging myself but not putting too much pressure on myself in my practice, and just watching my body change when I started doing yoga was really, really exciting. So I'd encourage you, if you haven't done yoga before, or if you've thought it's something that's too complicated, too hard, it's not. The benefits, the rewards you get from yoga are like nothing else. It might be something that you add in, and Zach, we talked a little bit about this off camera, is that both of us use yoga also at the beginning and the end of a normal workout, right?
Yeah, it's so important, just even as a warm-up, but particularly, we have to remember that we have one body. And we don't want to be, if we have injuries or if we're going to the gym, it's easy to get an injury. So doing something before I train at the gym, something like yoga, something like what we're going to do here, is just a great way to stretch my muscles, strengthen my muscles. And I want to be, 100 years old, still being able to do these types of moves as well. I don't want to be going to the gym, getting too big and then being bulky and then that not being sustainable long term. So it's so important for prehab, they call it.
Yeah, exactly. So there is no age limitation, there is no size limitation, there is no gender limitation. Yoga is for everybody at any time of their life. And so what we might do, if you like, Charlotte, is we might get started. And one of the big things that yoga teaches us is to be aware of our breath. So tell me about the breath in a yoga practice.
Absolutely. So your breath is the most important tool that you have in your everyday life. Every inhalation is uplifting and every exhalation is calming and soothing. And we want to balance out the two of those. So your breath is the bridge between your body and your mind. So you can tell a lot about somebody with their breathing, whether it's a shallow breath, fast, slow. So ideally we breathe deeply, mindfully, and the whole practice actually becomes a moving meditation.
So it's a flow, isn't it? The flow of our breath that comes all the way in through our nose and right down into our belly and then back out through our nose. Becomes a flow as we move through our practice. It's beautiful. It's like a dance.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to be doing today, is showing you what you can expect from the DVD. So the beginning is finding your breath.
Yes.
Can you show us how we do that?
Absolutely. So some people don't breathe correctly, and by breathing correctly, it actually naturally calms your nervous system down. So you'll always feel relaxed and in a really good headspace too. So we can start by bringing our hands to our bellies. And then just feel nice and tall and relax. The shoulders are down. That's it. You can be cross-legged, or you can always be in a chair. That's fine too. And then just feel nice and upright. You can even soften your eyes if that's comfortable, or just look at one point ahead of you. And as we inhale, you're going to slowly expand the belly, breathing into your hands. And then as we exhale, you feel the belly squeeze in and down. It naturally contracts. Very gentle here, no force. Feel the in-breath, open through the belly, expanding. And then as you exhale, the belly naturally squeezes in and down. The body's rising as you inhale, belly expanding, breathing through your nose, lips stay closed. And then as you exhale, the belly naturally contracts. And we'll continue a little bit longer like here. Inhale, expanding through the belly, opening. And then as you exhale, the belly naturally squeezes in and down. And again, feel the expansion through your abdomen.
I'm instantly feeling more relaxed.
Exhaling down. And then we'll bring one hand to the top of your chest here. Either hand, one hand to the top. And you want to feel the bottom hand expand as you inhale, breathing all the way up into your chest on that same in-breath. And then as you exhale, squeeze the chest. The breath travels back down into your belly as the body contracts. So it's a rise as you inhale, belly, chest expanding. And exhale, the chest, drops down into your belly. So it's a natural rise, inhaling belly, chest, and a natural fall, exhaling down.
So Charlotte, when we put our hands in those areas, is that a mindfulness to be aware that our belly should be expanding
Yes.
when we breathe in, as opposed to if you do it without thinking about it, most of us will suck in our belly as
Some
we
people
breathe
may
in.
do, and that's actually breathing incorrectly. So when you breathe properly in this way, it naturally calms your nervous system down.
Okay, so we're getting into a really good headspace to be in the practice. And this is going to happen at the beginning of the DVD for you. And it might be something that you'll get really used to quickly. You'll starting your practice and even doing your own practice once you kind of know a few poses on your own. But just being aware of that breath and going all the way down into the belly, and you'll be quite amazed at how instantly your shoulders will drop, how instantly the tension drops out of your body. Let me share with you some of the benefits of yoga. And this is what people experience. This is why so many people now are going to the studios and getting one-on-one classes and doing sessions. Increased flexibility. And as we age, there is nothing more important. Quite honestly, ladies, if we lose our flexibility in our 60s, our 70s, our 80s, life will get harder. We're going to get increased muscle strength and tone, improved respiration, energy and vitality, improves metabolism and digestion. It's so true. So many poses actually assist in digestion, weight management, cardio and circulatory health, improved athletic performance, protection from injury, which is so important, particularly as we age, create mental clarity and calmness, and also increase body awareness, and of course relaxes the mind. There is no practice that I can think of that is so holistic. And it could be that you say to me, but Carla, I love going to the gym and I love cycling and I love running and I play tennis. Absolutely keep all that happening and introduce yoga as one of those extra things that you do for your mind, for your body, and for your spirit. Because when you look at yoga, it is a holistic approach to good health, to well-being, particularly when it comes to, I find that, because I usually do my yoga on a Monday, so this is so apt because we are recording this on a Monday. This is what sets my week up, is to making sure my body is balanced, my mind is centered. I have a moment just to be really, gentle on myself and gentle to myself. And you can do this in your own home. You don't have to get in the car and go anywhere, because that DVD is yours. For $39.95, it's yours to keep. And what will happen is you'll get your foundation, you'll get your basic moves, and you'll start going, oh my gosh, I feel so good. I feel so strong. I'm feeling flexible. I'm feeling balanced. I'm going to move up and get the next DVD in Charlotte's collection, which we will have here for you at Openshop. Today we're starting with the introduction. $39.95. Use it over and over and over and over again. 300971. Now, on top of that, you are going to, within the kit, within the DVD, you're getting the breathing, you're getting a 60-minute session, class, and then you're also going to get a meditation. You've also got some body scan audio clips in there, which we'll go through in a moment. But I want to start getting now into our class, because what happens when you get this at home, you're going to get instructed by Charlotte in your home. So Charlotte's going to instruct us here, as she does on the DVD. So should we get into the warm-up?
Absolutely,
Okay.
I'd love to do that. So the most important pose is a rest pose called child's pose. So we can all tilt out to the side. We'll come to the top of your mat. You can bring your hands out in front. We're going to bring our knees a little bit wider so it's nice and kind on your hips. And then as we exhale, slowly drop your buttocks down towards your heels. Don't worry if they don't touch. If your knees are a little sore, you can stay forward slightly. You can reach your arms out in front. If that's uncomfortable, you can always bend your arms slightly and slowly allow your forehead to drop down into the earth. Breathing deeply and mindfully here. Your lips stay closed as you breathe through your nostrils continuously. So this is a rest pose, and you can come into this posture at any time. And then as you hold this posture nice and steady here, come back to the power of your breathing.
So remember that breath, right? The down into our belly.
Yes.
Right down into our belly.
Expanding the belly, the chest as you inhale. And then see if you can sit a little bit deeper onto your heels as you exhale, softening down into the earth. And it's a nice way to just let go of your day.
I'm feeling the stretch, Charlotte, all the way down my back and into my hips. In fact, every part of my body feels like it's stretching, but it's relaxing at the same time. It's a combination, isn't it?
Yeah, so you don't want any force here, but at the same time you want to work a little bit. So you want to feel the stretch, but not overstretch. So as long as you breathe, you're always going to be kind to your body.
Be kind to your body.
So we want to feel it. There's a steadiness and a softness with every practice. And then from here we can slowly come up onto all fours. That's it. So we're going to slowly come up and your middle finger faces forward and the rest of your fingers spread away, and that's your foundation. So whatever's pressing on the floor, you want to be nice and strong and sturdy here. And then slowly bring your shoulders so they're in line with your wrists. Your arms are nice and straight. And then look back, look towards your knees and make sure that they are hip distant and parallel. And then just drop down through the tops of your feet. Press down through here. As we inhale, we're going to slowly drop the belly, arching all the way up. Look along the tip of your nose, so it's kind on your neck. And then as we exhale, round through your spine, drop your head and look down towards your ankles, feet, or even towards your abdomen. Follow the breath, inhaling, so it's nice, slow, gentle movements. This creates flexibility through your spine. And then exhale, press through those hands, breathe through the nose as we round like a cat. Again, inhaling, arching through the front. So this is a gentle back bend, it's quite energizing. And then as we exhale, really tuck your tailbone under, really press the top of your chest right up towards the ceiling. A couple more like this as you inhale. Try and follow the whole stage of your breath. And then as we exhale, really round and press down through those fingers. One more like this, inhaling, arching deeply. And then exhale, rounding down. And then we slowly sit back down in towards our child's pose, our rest pose. Forehead softening down in towards the earth.
Charlotte, can we go to our girls and behind us and see how our girls are posing?
Yes.
Because we know that Sue has had a shoulder injury in the
Yes.
past, so she's adapted her
Absolutely,
prayer.
yes.
Tell me about that adaptation.
Yes, so she's so Sue's got a frozen shoulder, so she's got limited mobility. So Sue can only take her arms so far. So with Sue, she can always keep her arms down by the side, which is what she's doing now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and in standing postures, rather than raising the arm up, she can simply keep it down by her side.
Beautiful. And Britta, who's our brand newbie to
Doing
yoga,
very well over
is there
here.
anything that you would adjust on Britta?
So I would always keep her shoulders away from her ears. That's it, that's great. And then she can just simply, because she's got no injuries, she can simply draw down and really lengthen through the whole spine here. Yeah.
So these are little modifications that you can do at home, knowing your limitations, knowing when you
Absolutely.
feel that stretch is engaging. You can just be kind to your body and know that every time you practice, you're going to go a little deeper and use your breath to go a little bit deeper without pushing yourself too
Yes,
hard.
and every day can be different too. So one day you may feel really bendy and open and energized. Another day you may feel really tired. So it's important to honor that too and just go to where you feel in that moment that you're practicing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So how about Zach? How's his posture
Oh, he's
going
doing
here?
great over here.
Oh, pretty relaxed here, guys. This is so...
So this is good. So you can always work back as much as you can and lengthen through the spine. So it's important not just to flop into a pose.
Right.
It's important to work it but not overwork it. So
do you think that's the misconception a lot with people who say, I don't get anything out of yoga because you're not really you're just relaxing. It's just a meditation or a relaxing. They're not actually, because every pose, even as gentle as it is, we should be engaging.
yeah, so it's not only just about flexibility but strength too.
Yes.
And we're elongating the muscles. So we're getting longer and longer and longer, which creates that muscle tone that we're all looking for. So it's a balance between the two.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think it's great news for those. How are you going there, Zach?
Woke up.
He was just totally zenned out then.
I have a question, Charlotte. So
Yes.
if I'm wanting to start seeing results, how
Yes.
often should I be doing this?
Well, at least once a week is great as a starting point, but as you feel great for it, you will practice 2, 3, even 4 times a week or every day. You know, there's...
Which is easy to do if you've got the DVD at home.
Absolutely.
Because that's sometimes the hard thing. The class is at the wrong time, or you don't get there in time, or there's parking issues, or there's babysitting issues. You won't have any of those issues because you'll have the DVD at home. You can do it first thing in the morning, last thing at night. You can do it during the day when you have a spot. And you can even do a part of the class if you haven't got that full 60 minutes. This is exclusive to us here at Openshop and only $9.99 as an Afterpay installment. And we're so honoured to have Charlotte Dodson, international celebrity yoga instructor. In fact, here we go. Here you are with the amazing Miranda Kerr. And this is a quote from Miranda. With yoga, I believe it's really important to know who you have as a teacher. To me, Charlotte is the best. Her energy is really grounding and nurturing. It's become part of my life. And I think that is such an important message from Miranda, is that sometimes that can be the thing that puts us off yoga because we just had a bad instructor, or we went to a bad class, or we went to something that just didn't give us the rewards that we thought we were going to get from our yoga practice. Maybe it was too overwhelming. Maybe the class was so big that you couldn't even follow, or you couldn't even see the instructor. You know, we've all been in one of those classes, like, what did she say? Right leg? And then you're going the opposite direction, right? So this is one-on-one. You are getting the one-on-one class with Charlotte Dodson, with 3 years training, but 18 years in the yoga industry, working with some of the biggest celebrities, some of the biggest names, one-on-one. Actors, models and royalty that expect the best and absolutely get the best from Charlotte. Now, what are you going to get when you get your DVD at home for just $39? Well, first of all, you've got it for keeps, okay? So you don't have to give it back. You're going to get a 1-hour yoga video, okay? This is a foundation class, so all your basics are in there. Your warrior poses, your down dog, your up dog, your prayer pose that we've already shown you, the cat-cow pose we've shown you. You're also going to get your beginner meditation. Now that's at 10 minutes. We're going to get to that in a moment. We're going to talk about what you can expect from the meditation, and again, maybe get rid of some of those cliches and some of those misconceptions that meditation has. And then you also are going to have the relaxation audio. Now that's a body scan audio which allows you to really be aware of every part of your body, and we're going to go through that as well. 300971, only $39.95, so under $10 for your Afterpay payments, and of course you get your money back guarantee as well. So we've done a little warm up. Once we're into our, because obviously we can't show you the whole DVD because that would be a whole hour. We don't have time for that. I'm going to give you some snippets. What are some of the key poses that you share in the workout, in the actual class?
Yes, so we can come into some of those if you like.
Yes, love to.
So the most frequently used pose is downward facing dog. So it works the whole body as one. So that's important to know, that we're not isolating different parts. It's not just an exercise. We're working the whole body together as one.
Yes.
So downward facing dog is a pose that we come into all the time. So we're going to bring our hands out in front. Now, if you do have a shoulder injury, you can always stay to your knees knees here. We're going to keep that foundation nice and broad. So whatever's pressing onto the floor is your foundation. So it wants to be nice and solid, nice and strong. From here, if your shoulders feel okay, we're going to tuck our toes under and then slowly lift your hips right up in the air and then drop your head down. Now we're all going to bend our knees a little bit so that your weight isn't shifting all the way too far forward. You're actually working back and lengthening through your spine here, rolling your shoulders. And then from here, we can walk it out so you can press through the balls of your feet. That's it. Remember to breathe though. That's the most important thing. Your head is just hanging. It's nice and loose. We're breathing freely through the nose. The lips stay closed. Remember, you can always rest down to child's pose if you need, or drop to your knees at any time.
Zach, this is one of my favourite poses for a warm-up. Before I go for a run just to get the hamstrings warmed up.
Yeah. And from here, you want to really lengthen those. So we're not just sitting in the posture, you want to feel like your hands are reaching towards the top of the mat.
Mm-hmm. This is so good for stress reduction, isn't it? Like I heard that being upside down, because we're standing all the time, even when you're stressed, putting your feet up on the wall, letting the blood flow back out of your legs.
That calms your heart down.
This is kind of the same thing too. It's just so relaxing and these are muscles I don't usually work.
And then we can all keep walking, or you can tilt out to the side and meet us all at the top of the mat. So you can keep walking, it doesn't matter how many steps you take. As we slowly come to the top of the mat, and our feet are going to be hip distance. There's not lots of space here and room for yourself. You're grounding into your feet, your legs are strong, and you can keep your knees bent. They don't have to be straight, and that way you're protecting your lower back. One hand can come onto each elbow, and then your head just hangs completely. You're hanging off your hips. You can even sway a little side to side.
Oh, so good, isn't it? I just love that feeling of
feel nice and free and loose and limber.
Like I'm hanging up on the jungle gyms and I'm 5 again.
So true.
So you're just hanging here. So this is a forward bend. It keeps the spine nice and long.
Oh,
the eyes are soft, the face is relaxed. And then whenever you're ready, you can just drop the hands down and we're going to roll up. So your head is the heaviest part. So you keep the knees bent and we're going to slowly roll up to standing, ever so slowly. Your head's last to come up. We just slowly roll all the way up, ever so gentle, nice and mindful here. And then gently you can roll the shoulders back. And the arms can stay down by your side.
Oh,
nice and strong.
How good is that?
It's like I'm floating.
I see, you're going to get this at home and you're going to say, why did it take me so long to get into yoga? It's so natural. If your body recognizes it as something that is really good for it. It's not aggressive. It's not hard on your joints. It's good for your mind. Your circular. You can feel your blood starting to pump. You feel your muscles lengthening. It's such an enjoyable practice, and quite often I think we feel that we have to do hard workouts, lift heavy weights, run long distances, sweat. You will sweat with yoga, trust me, you will sweat. We're taking it easy here, but you will sweat. You don't have to put your body through so much stress to get results. I mean, this is why people like, celebrities and models do yoga, because of that conditioning in the body.
Yes. Yeah, so you're working everything. You're working your muscles, you're lubricating joints. It's an internal practice, so you're massaging all your organs. It's really important. It's a holistic lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
So what about the ladies and the gents at home who are saying, I'm not flexible at all. I think I'm not going to be able to do yoga. Can we be at the least flexible and start?
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's when you should be starting,
right.
To gain that flexibility, that mobility. I mean, if you don't start, that flexibility will never come. So that's the most important thing.
Well, you don't flex it, you'll lose it, right?
Yeah.
It'll just get worse. And this gets harder as we get older because it becomes then a lifestyle thing. If we have limited mobility as we're getting older, it's only going to get worse. And that means you're not enjoying getting out and enjoying a walk or playing with the grandkids or all those things on holidays, going for walks, sightseeing, all those things that you want to be able to get into. Okay, now I'm going to give you the details. 300971. You're getting the DVD. It's exclusive to us here at Openshop. We have a certain amount of stock available right now. If you pick it up today, you're going to get your Afterpay payments, of course. We're going to ship it to you instantly, so you'll be doing yoga within days. Very, very exciting. You can connect with Charlotte Dodson as well on Instagram at Charlotte Dodson.
Yoga.
So if you get the DVD home and you're doing something, you think, oh, I'm just going to reach out to Charlotte. She's happy to chat with you on social media, and reach out to us as well, because I feel like yoga is a lovely community as well. Once you know people that do yoga, it's something that you can discuss and chat and work out together. Even doing your own little programs. Do you think that's a good idea? Like once you know a few poses, put them together.
Absolutely, and you can actually practice the DVD as a group or as a couple. You don't have to just do it on your own. You could play it on a big projector screen and get together. Yeah,
that's
it's really
a great
important.
Idea.
Yeah.
Okay, 13 25 80. If you want to pick yours up now, you can do that by calling us or jump onto our website, openshop.com.au.
Miranda Kerr's yoga teacher can now be yours, right in the comfort of your own home. Charlotte Dodson is an internationally renowned yoga instructor who has taken the world by storm, teaching A-list clients such as actors, models, and even royalty. You can start your yoga journey no matter your age, experience, or fitness level. If you want to improve your flexibility, strength, and mobility, and want to create more calm, focus, and confidence in your life, Charlotte Dodson Yoga is the perfect place to start. Practice in your own time with this beginner's DVD, exclusive to Openshop. You'll feel like you're in your own private class with Charlotte, receiving her expert guidance, tips, and inspiration from 18 years in the industry. You really will be learning from the best of the best. Embrace life and gift your mind, body, and spirit with Charlotte Dodson Yoga.
Welcome back, everybody. We are getting our yoga on here at Openshop, and I'm so excited because yoga is such a important part of my life. I wish I did it more. When anybody ever says to me, "Do you do yoga?" I just say, "I wish I did. I'd love to do it 3 or 4 times a week." Often it's the time. If you have been the same as me or not doing it at all because you can't find the time, or you're not sure where to start, there's so many different kinds of yoga. There's so many different classes now and so many different studios. Well, Charlotte Dodson has been doing this for 18 years. She has been one-on-one instructor for some of the biggest names, celebrity names, model names, royalty names in the world. You can have that same instructor in your home every day, every second day if you wish. And what we're showing you today is, or giving you today, is the introduction. So you're going to get all the basics, the breath. You'll get to doing this. You'll get to doing this one day. But let's start with the basics, and that's what this DVD is, and I'm looking forward to seeing the following DVDs that take us through a little bit more. Gosh, there's some big names on your. That's Lorna Jane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So there you go, $39.95. We're going to come back and I want to talk about strengthening and I want to talk about aging, because as we age, it's so important to stay strong mentally and physically, right? Are you with me, girls? And one of the poses, or the sequence of poses, are the warrior poses that I find are really uplifting as a woman, but also strengthening because it's your whole body. Can we go through a few of those?
Yes, absolutely. Let's come to the top of the mat. So warrior poses, it's about power too, and strength, and as well as relaxation. So you want to find that balance. So we're going to slowly bow forward. Keep your right foot where it is. We're going to lunge our left leg about 1 leg distant back. And then just drop your back knee down towards the floor. Unravel your back toes and just keep your toes facing forward. This is an easy variation of Warrior 1. And then slowly from here, if you have your balance, you can bring your hands towards your hips. When you look down, just make sure your knee is stacked on top of your ankle bone. Your knee is not going too far forward. If that feels okay for you, if your shoulders are sore, keep your arms where they are. Otherwise, we can inhale and raise the arms up. You can look forward. Otherwise, if you do have your balance, you can look up towards your thumbs Head back, look along the nose. Careful of your balance, otherwise you can always look forward. Relax the face, the jaw, and breathe deeply. Keep the belly nice and strong. This is strengthening and opening through your legs, so it's important to keep your muscles engaged as you support your joints. From here, we can come into a twist. Drop your left hand down. You can bring your right hand towards your right sit bone. Maybe stay here, otherwise slowly turn from your belly, your chest. Either stay here, if that's okay for you, you can maybe raise the right arm up in the air. If your shoulder's sore, just keep the arm where it is. Look up towards your top thumb. If that's sore on your neck, you can always look down towards your front big toe. So twisting's great for your digestive system, squeezing and releasing.
Actually, that's a really good point. I think a lot of us don't realise how good yoga is for digestion.
Yes, and then exhale, we can drop that hand down. Great. From here, you can press your hands, and we're going to slowly come to downward facing dog, or you can come to your knees there, Sue. That's it. Good. And hold there. Deep breaths. And then from here, we're going to take a walk all the way towards the top of the mat. Walking, walking, walking. And exhale. So we always follow the breath and exhale as you fold down. You can keep your knees bent. Inhale, we're going to raise the arms all the way up. Inhaling, arms up. That's it, Sue. And then exhale, the arms down by your side. Exhale. Let's even out our sides, shall we?
Shall we do the other side?
I think so.
Shall we see do we want to instruct the girls actually as we go?
Yes, absolutely. So let's bring your feet together there, Britta. Inhaling, feet together, and then exhale, we bow forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need. They don't have to be straight. We're going to keep the left foot forward as we now swing the right foot back, so about one leg distant back. Even if you need to shuffle it around a little, it's important to set yourselves up first. And then from here, we're going to drop our back knee down, keep your toes facing forward. That's it, you can unravel your back toes. Great. Either stay here looking forward, otherwise we can inhale the hands to the hips. Careful of your balance. So this is your warrior one. That's it. If your shoulders are sore, keep your hands there. Otherwise, inhale, raise the arms up, let the breath lift you and lengthen you. Either look forward at one point for your balance. If you can, bring your head back, look along the nose. Otherwise, keep your head looking forward.
I nearly tipped over.
That's it. Press through your front big toe, works your inner leg muscles as well as your outer leg muscles. So we hold everything generally for about 5 long deep breaths. And then from here, we're going to drop the right hand down on the inside of your left foot. That's it. And then your left hand comes to your left sit bone. And then turn from the belly, the chest, looking towards your top shoulder.
That was a click. Oh.
Realigning yourself, that's right. Either stay here, otherwise your left hand can raise up, otherwise keep the arm down. If your neck's sore, look down. Otherwise, you can slowly turn the head and look up towards your top thumb. Fingers are together and alive. Just a couple more breaths. This is a twist, squeezing through the belly. So you're emptying yourself, you're feeling lighter in a twist. And then exhale, we press the hands back down, exhaling as we step back towards downward facing dog. Your feet are always hip distant, hands are shoulder width here, walking it out, pressing through the balls of your feet. Remember, you can always be on your knees. There's always an option for you. That's great, your hands are flat, that's it. Great, and then we'll keep walking all the way towards the top of the mat. Feet are hip distance, so you've got lots of space for your hips as we exhale and bow forward. From here, we can inhale and raise the arms all the way up towards the sky, lengthening and reaching more and more space. And then exhale as we slowly bring the arms back down, and this is your mountain pose.
Beautiful. How are you feeling, Zach?
I feel like I'm time traveling. Is it still the same day? How long have we been for?
Am I at work? Where am I?
So good. But what I love about yoga is that every time I do yoga, it's one of those things, it's like, why have I waited this long to do a class?
Yes, and everyone says that, yes.
Oh my God, and then I always sleep so well that night for the next couple of nights. So it's that ripple effect, doing this once or even just 2 or 3 times during the week.
Yeah.
Really sets your week up, sets your day up mentally, emotionally, at work, with the kids, with the family.
Yes.
And as Charlotte said, invite some friends or your partner and do it together. Maybe get a projector, put it outside in the backyard. I don't know.
I've got an idea for broth night.
Yes, for the broth nights. Yeah, for a lot of the events I do.
Zach does these amazing broth nights where he does
bone broth, invite people over, and a lot of cooking.
Perfect.
And you know what, it is holistic, and it's all about self-care and being kind to yourself, and that's what yoga really is. What is the foundation of yoga, the principles of yoga?
So yoga stems from India, and in Sanskrit, which is the old Indian language, yoga means union, so oneness, wholeness, and that's why it basically means working physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually, which is about believing in yourself. So throughout any yoga class, we will be incorporating breathing techniques, exercises and meditation as one. So that's why it becomes a moving meditation.
And there's quite a few different forms of yoga. There's the yin and there's vinyasa. Do you have a style that you prefer to use, or do you use all of them?
In this DVD, it's basically covering all the fundamentals. So it's covering the most frequently used poses. That's what I'm guiding you, teaching you how to align yourself, which is quite important, and then coming back to the breathing. So ultimately, all the practices and all the different styles come back to that same place of feeling relaxed, having a sense of mindfulness, awareness of yourselves.
So, I mean, when you think about the heritage and when there's so many different fads of health and wellness that come and go, in today's society, yoga's been around for thousands and thousands of years. And yes, things that get adapted and, but really it's the foundations haven't changed, have they?
No, it's the same. And it's all about the breathing. So as long as you breathe, you don't hold your breath, you keep it as long and as slow as possible. That's the most important thing.
And the strength that you will start feeling is real and it's tangible. If you're at the moment thinking, sorry, what were you saying, Sari? Yeah, so Sari's asking me, what if I just, I just want to be more flexible. I feel like I'm stiff. I get up in the morning. I can't, I can't sit cross-legged. I can't fold my legs. I can't, all those different things that have gradually crept up on you. What are those sort of poses that we're going to concentrate on?
So basically, flexibility is constant moving with your breath, and then strength building is holding. So we want to mirror the two. So if we're constantly moving and releasing, and it takes the pressure off. If you feel really stiff like a board, that constant movement creates that flexibility, but we do want to mirror that with strength as well, and that's where we hold for a little bit longer, like the 5 breaths.
Okay. And you mentioned also before about making sure that we did the other side so we were balanced.
Yes.
That's quite important in yoga, that we always, whatever we do on one side, we do on the other side as well.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise we'll walk out wonky and
all
going in circles.
All out of balance. Okay, should we do another pose? What should we do now?
Well, we could do Miranda's favourite if you like. Yes, so she loves
Miranda's
this pose.
favourite.
So this is really grounding and focusing. It's called a tree pose.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to stand up nice and tall. You can bring your feet together for this one and keep your hips facing forward. And then as you look at one point ahead of you, it's called a drishti point. So it's a point of focus and a point of concentration. And then we'll bring our hands to our hips. Feel nice and tall here, lengthening through your whole spine. And then from here, we're going to ground our left foot and bring our right foot out to the side so your heel connects towards your ankle bone. Still feel tall here, as maybe your toes will lift off the floor. Keep strong through that left leg. So you're just playing with balance here. You can lift the toes and drop them, or maybe they can stay lifted. Either stay here or maybe your foot comes below the knee. That's it. Feel nice and strong. You're grounded. And if that's okay for you, you can bring your hands towards your chest. Take a few breaths here, coming in and out as you need to. This strengthens your legs, helps with your balance.
I nearly fell over.
I nearly fell over too.
And don't forget to breathe. That's the most important thing.
I think looking also at that one spot helps you as well, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And then exhale, release the hands and the foot down, and then we can shake it out. So this is in the DVD too.
Yes.
So it really helps with balance.
Question from Sari. She wants to know, happy birthday to you, by the way, Sari.
Oh, yeah.
What if your mind wanders? So you're meant to be in the zone and you're focusing, but all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh, that washing I meant to put out before I left home. Or you know,
what's for dinner? Yeah.
Or did I put the washing on at all? Like, how do we manage to bring it back?
So that's where the breathing comes in. So you're going to catch your thoughts wandering. They're going to go somewhere else, but try and be aware of that, and then just bring yourself back to your breath.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be like, oh, I'm thinking about something else. Be aware of it, and then go, okay, I'll come back to the breathing.
Yes,
and that's
I think as
training.
For me, I also think, okay, I've committed 1 hour to this to me. So let's just do that. I'm here now. Everything else is still going to be there when I finish. Bring myself back. I'm really got to give myself this time to practice and be in the moment. And so if you just remember, you've got to be kind to yourself. I know there's all these other things going on in your life and stuff that has to be done. But in that moment, you are in your practice and you're giving that to yourself.
And you'll feel you've got more space and time to do things. You'll feel more productive because you've actually given something back to yourself.
Absolutely.
It's really important.
Now, don't forget, you are getting a full 1 hour class with the amazing Charlotte, one-on-one in your DVD. And it's going to take you through all these poses in the flow in that whole class, 1 hour and 14 seconds. Then you're also going to get your beginner meditation. That's nearly a 10-minute meditation. We're going to talk about that next, and we're also going to talk about the body scan relaxation audio, which sounds very scientific, but it's really, really amazing. I remember doing a body scan for the first time when I was living in Singapore. They did it all the time at the end of each class, and it makes you so aware of every part of your body, and we're going to talk about that as well. So remember, all of that's on your one DVD for $9.99 as your afterpay installments. Benefits of yoga. Let's go through those again, shall we, Charlotte? Because it's not just about toning, it's not just about strength, it's a holistic approach to well-being.
Absolutely, yeah. So not only is it it's about flexibility and strength, but also body and mind. So as you become more flexible in your body, it also works the mind the same way. Same with strength, and obviously it helps with weight management, all of that kind of thing. It does become a bit more of a cardio workout as well by working with your breath, and then mindfully you feel at ease too.
Yeah, and I think we're now coming into that time of year, right, Zach, where it's chaos, Christmas shopping and relatives coming and Christmas parties and all the things that stress us out. More now than ever, we need to take that moment and give ourselves the strength to get through it all.
Yes.
Right?
It's about giving and receiving, so it needs to be two. So otherwise you'll feel burnt out, for example. So it's important to give yourself some you time. Yes, absolutely.
Can I give you a little...
Just to add on to that, that's the cortisol response in the body. Every day we're waking up, whether we're getting up and we're looking at our emails, or we're stuck in traffic, or we're not eating well, and our cortisol's spiking and spiking and spiking, and that's what causes us to maybe put on some weight or feel more emotional during the day and stuff like that, which really drains us long term. So as Carla was saying, this is 1 hour, a couple of times a week for you to recharge, to reset, to improve your sleep, lower that cortisol, bringing you down into the moment. And if your goal is to put on some muscle as well, for all the guys out there, like if we bring that testosterone and that cortisol down, we can actually get better results in the gym and put the size on as well. So whether it's preventing an injury or setting yourself up for a good gym workout, this is perfect.
Oh my gosh, and have you seen some of those yogis on Instagram? They are
strong.
Really strong, really strong, and they're holding their own weight in a picture in a crow, for example. I mean, it's quite phenomenal. It's so inspiring. In fact, I always finish a class and go, "That's it. I'm going to go and do a retreat, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it every day." One big tip, was it? Oh yes, there's crow pose. I can hold crow pose for about 5 seconds if I'm lucky. But this is the amazing thing, is that yoga is rewarding in that it gives back to you because you get stronger, and think poses that you couldn't do initially, you're now doing, and it happens from practice. It happens from being repetitive. And if you want to make sure that you are repetitive and you do want to give this time to yourself, set up a space, get that DVD put onto a DVD player in a space, in a bedroom, in a lounge room, with the yoga mat, with something nice plant. Aromatherapy, get your oils going. You know, make sure that the room is inviting for you and it's your time. Have it set up so you're ready to go.
Yes.
You know?
And that's the beauty of yoga. It feeds into all areas of your life. So you'll feel great, you'll feel the best person you can be. And then, like you were saying, you know, you have healthier choices, your food's better, your whole lifestyle changes.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
All right, we have 6 minutes left of the show, so we're going to finish off. Maybe should we do one more pose, and then, because you talked about the core.
Yes,
we're really
let's do that.
We're really doing the core, and then we'll do the meditation.
Sounds great.
Okay,
That
so
sounds
what's a good core
So
pose?
let's slowly all come down onto your sit bones. So we're going to bring our feet out in front. This is called boat pose, but you don't need to worry what the poses are all called. I take you through it all anyway.
Right.
And then slowly what we're going to do is lower the lower back down on towards the floor. That's it, just a little bit. That's it, and you keep your feet forward. That's it. We're going to slowly lift your feet off the floor. That's it, and then reach forward with your hands, and you're looking forward. And then breathe deeply here. And then you can slowly press your knees away, but keep your lower back on the floor so you're always supporting yourself. If your neck's too sore here, you can always drop your head down. Otherwise, ideally, you're reaching forward. And then breathe into your belly. Breathing deeply, couple more breaths, reaching forward. That's it. And then slowly exhale, hug your knees in, and then rock from side to side. The head can be down. That's it. And again, we could try that again. So inhale, slowly squeeze the knees towards each other, press your legs away, and then reach forward with your hands. The head can lift, that's it, and then you keep squeezing away. If that's easy for you, just work the knees further away from you. If you feel your lower back's lifting, just bring your knees back in towards you. So you want your lower back to stay on the floor. And then breathe into your abdomen, you'll feel it. Couple more breaths.
This is where you have to remember to breathe.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
That's always your
I can feel
challenge. And then exhale, give yourself a squeeze and hug your knees in, rock from side to side. Great.
Oh, yes.
And we can always twist here, so let's straighten your left leg. And the right foot comes onto your left thigh. And then slowly we're going to bring the right knee down. And then bring your arm up shoulder height. Your palm can face the floor, and then look away from your knee and breathe here. So twisting's great. It's very balancing through the body. So if you're feeling tired, it can pick you up. If you're feeling over energetic, it can calm you down. So twisting's very balancing. Keep breathing, remember. And then slowly as we inhale, we'll bring the knees up, release the right foot down, and then we'll bring the left foot across the right thigh. And then slowly as you exhale, the knee draws down, and then look away from your knee, your hands are up shoulder height. And don't worry if your knee doesn't touch the floor or the shoulder. We slowly bring the knee down on every exhalation, so there's no force. We always breathe and move at the same time. Couple more here.
Oh, my ribs are so tight. I find that the twists, because you don't do twists in normal life, right? We're so straight up and down. We very rarely
forward
twist
and back.
Yes.
Twists and opening through your hips is really important too. That really helps with lower back pain. And then inhale slowly up through your center, and then give yourself a squeeze, hug your knees in, keeping your lower back on the floor. So you're better off keeping your lower back down than you are bringing your knees too close in towards your abdomen. And then you can just give yourself a little rock from side to side. And then from here we can gently rock up to sitting as you inhale, crossing your legs, lifting up through your spine. Nice.
So good. How are we feeling, gang? How are you
Feel
feeling,
good?
Britta? What do you think? Are you converted?
I think I might be, yes.
Britta is completely new to yoga today, was excited to try it. Sue, you're a bit of a regular though, aren't you?
Yes, until I had a few injuries of recent times,
Yes.
but it encourages me to go on now and do more.
Yeah, good. Great.
Well, this is I guess the important thing is to know what your injuries are and to adapt, but also not to give up. I think sometimes we just go, oh, well, I've got bad knees, therefore I don't do anything. It's rehabilitation, isn't it? Yoga can really be used to bring strength back. Of course, speak to if you are suffering from any kind of pre-existing condition, always speak to your doctor or your physio before you start doing anything. But Charlotte's there one-on-one in the DVD with you. So you've got somebody who's instructing you, and that's the important thing when it comes to yoga. Your poses have to be correct. And so you can't get it wrong when you've got someone like you one-on-one. You can pause it right on a pose and get it perfect rather than kind of struggling to see an instructor in a class.
Yes, and it's important to build muscle tone to protect the joints as well. So, but there's always an option of variation for you, for anybody. So
let's quickly talk about the meditation, because that's also in the class. We might finish on the if we're going to finish on the meditation, can I quickly ask what the body zone is? Explain the body zoning.
Scanning. So on the class, so the body scan relaxation is a relaxation. So you're lying down. I'm pretty much tapping into different parts of the body, relaxing those muscles. So from head down to toes, it's a relaxation. Yeah. So you're not moving, you're lying back. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The meditation is a beginner meditation, and we're focusing on the breathing.
Okay.
So any form of meditation is focusing on one point, and in this instance, it's your breath, which allows all thoughts to simply drop away.
So we're emptying our brain. Is that right? We're going to finish the show now. 55 minutes. Thank you so much, Charlotte, for joining us. Zach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Girls, thank you. You ready to meditate with us? Everybody? Okay, don't forget to get your DVD. It's available right now here at Openshop, $39.95. The item number's on your screen. Namaste.
Namaste means to bow.